There's nothing like laughing at NFL free agency moves made by desperate teams. $50 million guaranteed for Dan Moore? You paid that guy that much? Good lord, what a disaster that's gonna be. I'm so glad the Steelers aren't gonna fall into that kind of... Tonight, on God fucking damn it, the Black and Gold Brigade mirrors Hollywood, needlessly remaking a long-tired series for purposes of nostalgia bait and a cheap cash grab. The results will be uninspired and tepid. In the preceding months, Pittsburgh suffered repeated humiliations on the football field. After their typical strong start to the season, facing a relatively easy schedule, the true test for the Steelers would be in their December gauntlet. They failed miserably. As Russell Wilson high-kneed his way to fumbles and follies, black and gold would turn into black and blue. We fell for it again. Yinzermobiles everywhere broke down. 9-8 Super Bowl their only reward. The most expensive defense in football becoming a turnstile as George Pickens turned into a pumpkin. Pecked to death by Ravens. They finally figured out the smoke and mirror tricks the Steelers had done to beat them in the past. Tragic. It leads to an offseason of malaise and allegations of spoiled fandom. Sadly, the only thing that's spoiled is the Black and Gold Brigade. RD2's fears live in him rent-free on the North Shore. Why change anything when they're making appearances of competence? Change is scary. Besides, that stuff would cost money. You seen the NFLPA player surveys? Fucking media opportunists undoing the proud Steeler brand. Nothing will change. Nobody's getting fired. Not even the shitty O-line coach that got canned by the Panthers. The 9-8 Super Bowl will continue until morale improves. But fans are restless. They're going to make their voices heard. Oh no, a billboard! That'll surely show the Steelers. RD2 was visited by a spirit. Which one? Beats me. Pittsburgh needs their headline receiver. Several attempts to get it last year had failed, but this time will not. There's only one player they'll now use in smash tourneys. DK. Mr. Metcalf is now a Steeler, embracing the warm weather that Pittsburgh enjoys throughout the year. Although getting $30 million a year can persuade any man to embrace a Midwestern climate. Is he really a number one, though? He's an extremely hot and cold receiver. He had been visibly leapfrogged by JSN. Talented as hell and chiseled for marble, but he's a home run threat that runs bad routes. Kind of like another receiver the Steelers have now. I'm guessing that means Pickens is on the way out after this year? Earlier? If that's the case, good riddance. But who's throwing to these guys? The pickings are pretty slim on the open market, and the draft offers a shitload of projects who won't be ready. Steeler fans yearn for Justin Fields. Allegedly untapped upside going back to his days as a Buckeye. There was mutual interest, yet Pittsburgh wasn't willing to go more than a year of guaranteed pay. Their lowballing backfired. Justin took a jet up to New York for $30 million guaranteed. Farewell, Fields fanboys. I wish you the best of luck, but Russ showed more of an ability to stretch the field last year. Oh yeah, Russ. Dude played himself out of a job in December and January. And while he does want to come back, it's pretty one-sided. He's sitting outside the Southside facility doing high knees, yet security can't boot him since he's on the sidewalk. But what other options are there? Sam Darnold's the best QB available, but after that end of the season, and with what he got from Seattle, they can have him. Famous Jameis, the elite Joe Flacco, Danny Derps. It's reeking of... Oh no. Not him. Anyone but fucking him. No, I do not want that cancer on the fucking Steelers. I'd rather take Danny Derps.
You just can't accept what you see.
No,
Yes, you're coping and seeing.
Aaron Rodgers. Him? He doesn't have the mobility anymore. The dude's fucking cooked. Didn't they get the hint from the Jets running him out of town? The only times he thrived were against weak defenses. Buffalo ate his ass alive. Fucking Arizona wrecked him. We already dealt with one cancerous over the OQB in recent years. We don't need another. Yet it's probably gonna happen because Tomlin wants him. Wait, I was told by the media that Tomlin doesn't get any say over roster construction. If they were paying the slightest attention, that's the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever heard. Let Aaron Green 18 this team to another 9-8 Super Bowl. Just sign the contract and put it on Twitter any day now. Yep, absolutely gonna happen at any moment's notice. It's been weeks, why the hell is this dragging out like Ayuk? Rodgers is taking his sweet-ass time. This is what he does, guys. He has all the control, and the Steelers are in a position of powerlessness. They now wait for Aaron to consult the spirits with Ayahuasca and darkness retreats. I spent years hoping the days of our Steelers would be dead and buried. I failed to take off the head. It's rising again. As most other options go off the table, the only ones left at the dance are an aging OnlyFans model and the simping Steeler showering her with donations. So if they don't get him, who's starting in 2025? Mason Rudolph the Red Zone Reindeer. Somehow he might be a more enticing option than traversing into the darkness. Or more insufferable Carlton Banks. By the way, enjoy him, Giants fans. At least he still got the moonball. This team's lost the plot. They're being led off the ledge by a Pied Piper on Pat McAfee. And the most obvious part is Rodgers isn't going to have the impact they think he will at 41. They legitimately believe they're just a quarterback away from contending. Did we watch the same games at the end of the year? Pittsburgh got their asses beaten to a pulp by the real teams of the league. The most expensive defense in football looked like a JV unit. They'll say it was because of a few injuries, but it's a C-plus squad pretending they're an A team. They're high on their own supply and they have no intention of stopping. And even with all this drama, the real concern's going to be with DJ Watt. Myles Garrett just got thrown $40 million a season. Watt's in the final year of his deal. Dudu's pretty much the only thing keeping this team relevant might be unaffordable. Fucking lovely. The only way this can get worse is if the Steelers draft Jalen Milroe. Karma strikes me with incredible precision. Well, I gotta go to the liquor store and overload on bourbon.